Ready for the Double D podcast today at the Peacock Gym. Boom.
The Double D podcast is coming to you, baby. We got Tunde Ajayi, the Double D podcast. Yeah.
Dream it, believe it, become it. Not 1D, 2Ds. Double D podcast coming to you live and direct from the Peacock Gym.
Hello, this is the Double D podcast. This is Heavy D and this is Big D. And we've got here Tunde Ajayi, legendary trainer from the world famous Peacocks Gym. Fresh out from Moscow.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know what?
Chelyabinsk.
Huh?
Chelyabinsk.
Chelyabinsk.
It's not Moscow.
Wherever he said. yeah, wherever he said.
Outside of Moscow.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I gotta say, man, say that was very unlucky, man. Yeah. You had the whole nation was rooting for you. I won't say the whole nation because you know you got haters, and we're not gonna concentrate on haters.
Yes.
But obviously, you know, I mean, people don't like people to be successful. I don't know why. This country, they like to build you up and break you down. They don't like to see people. They just don't like to see people be successful. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that comes from. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should be celebrating people, you know, going out there and having the balls to go into like uncharted territory. Like, who goes out to Russia? Who goes out to Russia? Who does that? Who does that? And I had a look from a lot of boxers, and no, a lot of boxers who should know better. They would say no, they were not wishing like Anthony to fail. And I was like, I don't understand the psyche of that. Why would you want that? You're talking about a British fighter who's going out there. I mean, the Jose Burton, they got that. I don't want to mention their names, but you know what I mean. They was waiting for them, waiting for you to fail. But I don't think he did fail.
Listen, first of all,
I don't think he did fail. It was a victory, in a moral victory.
First of all, thank you for inviting me on to the show, the both of you. Those words you used were not the words I would use. We weren't unlucky. Yeah. If anything, we was lucky. But you know, unlucky kind of indicates that, you know, it was a failure. It was negative, and I just don't look at it like that. You know, people have to consider where we come from, where we started. You know, I remember a few years back, me and Anthony was jumping outside of, like, we done the deal with first deal. You know, we never won nothing other than the Box Cup. And I remember me and Anthony, we came out of Frank Warren's office, and bro, you know that Rocky when Rocky was running with Apollo on the beach, and they hugged each other. Me and Anthony was so happy at the little money we was getting.
Yeah, the journey began.
The little money. Me and Anthony was like, and bro, we've done it. Yeah. You know, and to think within 4 years of that day. Yeah. We've secured a global deal with Adidas. Wow. The first boxer ever to get a global deal with Adidas.
That's what I say, boom to that.
A deal, an ambassador deal with Maximuscle, with Foot Asylum.
Big things. Great business.
And fighting for the championships of the world. Yeah. This is unheard of.
And Kovalev is no mug.
And it's not even that. And he's had 30 fights. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. These words, people just have to weigh this whole thing up. A man has had 30 fights collectively going up against somebody who's had 285 amateur fights.
So he's still a baby in the game, a novice.
He's he's just a novice, and 16 world title defenses. And we were inches, even though I don't even care about all that. But the fight was nearly ended in round 8. Yeah. And so we received so much positivity, you know, and again, you know, the way you talk sometimes, we ourselves have to be careful about the way we talk. When you say the country, in this country, people don't back, no, it's life. There's polarity to life. Good and bad in everything. Don't talk, I know you want to intervene, but I'm saying, that's how it goes. It's two sides to a coin. My thing has always been this. You know that there's negativity in everything. You can be the greatest, you can be Ronaldo, Messi, you're still getting the haters. Our jobs as individuals is to focus on the positive. Focus on, that's why all them names you make, you think, even Dean, we come from the road, we come from the same place. I don't know his business. Dylan's on the phone to me, telling me about what's going on. I'm not in no one's business. I just focus on people that, you know, every time Dylan fights, gets the win, I phone him, speak to him, boom, we're doing it, we're moving forward. Because that's what it's about. It's about knowing where you start, where you started from, and just elevating continuously. And so I never look at nothing, not to I'm not, correcting you or anything, but all I'm saying is that I'm just a positive person. Anthony's a positive person, and regardless of what anyone's ever said about us in the sport of boxing, out of the sport of boxing, we just don't care. We're not even looking at it. We're just not focused on it. You cannot say something is unlucky or somebody don't, when you just consider that these are two people from the streets of London that have now become role models and inspirational figures to not before the fight. You can say thousands. But I'm talking millions now. A lot. The amount of messages I get from people going through mental health issues, and they're like, "Tun, you just," because you know me. If you look at my page, it's just pure smile, jokes, positive. And I believe that there is no contest. It's just you as an individual. It's up to you how you look on things. So I mean, I've elongated the question, but I just want to highlight that it's not unlucky. It's lucky, if anything. Even though lucky, I don't believe it. And the people, what you're talking about, to me, they don't exist.
They don't exist.
They just don't exist.
That doesn't matter. So you know what? Because you're a very positive guy.
Yes.
And you know what? You inspire.
Yes.
You motivate.
Yes.
You elevate.
Yes.
So I mean, where do you get your inspiration from? Do you watch these motivational videos?
It's funny.
Do you read
Like,
books?
I mean,
where to get it from?
Going back to the beginning. Everyone on the roads knows me. I used to hold dances. I used to promote dances. The biggest. Everyone knows about All Brighton Hall. For those that come from South London. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, well, I say I don't know why, you only need to know my dad to know why I'm like this. I've always been like this. On the roads, my good friend Richmond, who the people won't know again. These people always used to, I don't know, they used to call me the preacher. Because I was always on, I was always on the love, the unity. Let's get together, let's be together, let's support one another. Let's not forget about the negative side. It's not that we ain't done things on the road. Of course, that's a matter of survival. When you come from a certain environment, you're born into an environment where it's survival instincts. But then you have to elevate and think bigger than your environment. Think about getting out of there, moving out the hood. You understand? Thinking about inspiring other people. That's what I've done, and I've always been like this. This ain't no. That's why I ain't changing. Nobody can't tell me to change because I've always been like this, and I won't change regardless. I'm always gonna be. If you like outspoken, I heard my brother say Tunde's outspoken, but I don't even like that word. You understand? It's not outspoken. It's just being yourself. Most people don't know themselves. That's why they can't be themselves.
Hold on, just for you guys' benefit, for the world, sometimes that word is a word people understand.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's why you've got to give people a breakdown what they understand.
Yes, yeah.
Obviously, you are how you are,
Yes.
and I said that also. This is how you are. You're not going to stop being who you are.
Absolutely.
But I use the terminology, so everyone can understand.
Yes.
The word outspoken. People, there's no deviating around that, so people know.
Yes.
And like you said, you're a man who's just bubbly, energetic, and positive, and that's the way you're meant to be. No one can't change your thing.
Yes.
Like you said, you're going to continue doing your thing. You lot are going to come back and continue doing your thing and then build on from where you were. Because like you said, there's loads of positives in that. And I said the same thing. There's loads of ticks what you lot ticked off where there was an unknown what everyone spoke about. Do you understand?
Yes.
Does he have a chin?
Yes.
Can he box? Can he fight at this level?
Yes.
Obviously people are still talking about something, but there's slight adjustment that's got to be made. There has to be. That's just life.
Yes.
You came up a little bit short, but there's so much positive to take out of this.
Absolutely.
This guy, like you said, you nearly got him out of there. Do you understand? And moving forward, enough of these men now will probably look at that and say they might fight you, or they might say, you know what? He's actually tougher than we expected. Let's stay clear of this guy. You know, that kind of thing.
Of course.
So there's many ways in this.
Yes.
And on top of it, sorry to talk about this, you get paid for doing something you love. More smiling.
That always helps. That always helps. That always helps.
So
that always softens the blow.
And going back to your question again, motivational. There's so many. I'm a reader. Because I know that.
Who inspires you? Where do you get your inspiration from?
My dad.
Your dad.
If you look at my videos, you always hear me say my dad.
Yeah.
My dad. And again, coming from the inner cities, most of us grew up with our mums.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody on my estate grew up with their mum. I was the only youth on the block who grew up with their dad.
That is rare,
And that is a rarity. And I believe that is part of why my character was shaped the way it is.
Yeah.
My dad was a strong role model. He's a chartered accountant. Again, coming from the village. You see, it's a generational thing, D. You understand? My dad came from the village of Nigeria and studied and became a CIMA and an ACCA chartered accountant. And was partnered with a great friend of the family, Jewish guy, Brian G. Lonis. I'm bigging you up, Brian. I'll never forget you. You know, and my dad inspired me. And I say to him today, he's a very humble man. But you hear the quotes, and I always say, my dad used to say, my dad used to say, he's still alive and kicking, and he's the man. And I think that for a lot of, you know, before you can say black kids, but it ain't no just black kids now. It's white kids, Chinese kids.
Cities.
Many of us don't have the father figure, the inspirational figure, and you need that. They need that.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Like you got like, you know, like you said in the villages and stuff, you had people with their elders who were the wise ones who used to, because not everyone's got a dad. So they you know, they got people like you. They can listen to on Instagram. You can inspire them. Who haven't got a dad, they ain't got no one to show them the way.
Because we're all connected. And that's what I understand. I get that.
We all need a bit of direction.
Yeah, that's you know, that's my study of physics.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's connected. There is no. It's all energy. It ain't no black. Listen, the creator made animals different colors, but they're all animals. An egg might have a different color shell, but when you crack it, same colors coming out. So the color thing is something that a lot of us, even in the environment, certain environment, have to get over, because I feel that has always been a barrier from us to moving forward. Do you think that there's a lot of racism in boxing? I don't use negative words. Okay. I just don't use negative words because and listen. Because you mentioned the colour thing. You know, listen. Yeah. Things happen in life. Yeah. That's a given. Yeah. You can say it's like. Alright, let me give you an example. Before we went to Russia, everyone's like, "Tun, bruv, security. Don't eat this. Don't drink that. Sleep here, but sleep with one eye open." I'm like, bruv, I'm from the roads. Man could poison me in Peckham. Man could poison me in Brixton. You don't have to go to Moscow for that to happen. That's true. I don't need to go to Moscow for that to happen.
Hey, more than likely it's cornflower. Just saying.
Yeah. So, bro, if anything, I should have been walking with security on my ends. If you're streetwise, you're streetwise. If you can do it, if you can survive Peckham, you can survive Moscow. Any Brixton, anywhere, any urban city, Tottenham, anywhere in Brixton, the UK now. Yeah.
Sorry to interject.
Yes.
They got bears over there. Just saying, and Chelyabinsk or wherever you came from the other day, that show's got some hella bears over there, bigger than me, wilding out.
But listen, the point what I'm gonna say, Dino, you know, Dino is just to come and say. Yeah, that's his. The point what I'm saying is, regardless of what I was hearing on the outside, I blocked it out, and I feel positive. And guess what? Guess what? There's a. As my dad would say, and is known. There's a saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. See, William James, for those. It's what you think about, it's what you attract. Let me just educate some of the listeners. Great philosopher, William James. He said, as a man, he wrote a classic book, As a Man Thinketh. Very small. And I never went to Russia with the negative things people will say in my head. And guess what happened? When we got there, apart from our luggage being, you know, we're missing.
Do you think that's...
it came back the next day. Do
you think that was dirty tricks?
I don't... What did I say on the interview? I said, I'm from Peckham. Luggage goes missing every 3 seconds. It's a bit suspicious though. It's a bit suspicious. Only if you think that way. But yours is the only one that we're missing. No, but listen.
You were talking about the positivity.
Listen,
that's what he's leading.
This is what I'm getting to. The thought in your mind becomes a reality. You and most people don't believe that. But I'm saying that, just look at me and AY's ascension to this point. We've done everything supposedly you couldn't do. But guess what? We believed it. So when we went to Russia, the people was giving us love, taking pictures, offering us things, everything opposite to what people was telling me.
Contrary to
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe AY is just lucky. But
I was definitely one of those people. I said loads of stuff.
But we never put this in our mind.
Yeah.
I thought they would have nicked his shoes.
Yeah, so again, it's an understanding who you are.
Yeah.
But if you, those wonderful people, the Greeks, said know thyself.
Yeah.
When you know who you are, you ain't afraid of nothing.
But I think, you know what I think that is, I mean, people are going to talk, I think it's legendary what you did personally.
It's going down in the
People
history.
are going to go in history. They're going to look back in that hundreds of years and they're going to be like, these guys went out there on their own. It takes balls, man, big balls.
Absolutely.
Big balls to do that.
Absolutely.
People talk about it, they don't do it. They see it about in the film. They're watching the film. They don't do it, man. They don't do that shit.
Interaction
Bro,
with you guys.
It was unbelievable.
Because obviously,
remember,
watching
I
it on
tweeted.
TV is something different
Yes, remember,
as opposed to
I
being
tweeted
in the arena.
I tweeted it. I said, forget what you heard. Russian people are good. I tweeted it because we didn't get it. Even Anthony's mum was like, these people they're lovely.
Yeah.
They're treating us lovely.
Yeah.
You understand? Apart from the food weren't all that. But you understand what I'm saying? But it's just like you can't have it all. You understand? But Tunde Ajayi doesn't have nothing bad to say about them, about the Russian people and the way they treat us. They're very.
They really talk to you. And they look like, it looked like at one stage.
You know, I never give you a joke. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
We were downstairs eating dinner. So obviously Anthony's the man in it. Like, everybody takes pictures, just like dinner, and everybody takes pictures of him. So there was these two young ladies. They was like, can I have a picture? So I called Anthony, and they said, no, with you.
The champs here.
I said,
the real champ is here.
I said, bro, we're meeting over there. I said, bro, stay to the side, bro.
Yeah, he said, watch out now.
Relax yourself. The people
I'm here now.
I'm here.
I've arrived.
The people want to take pictures of me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, bro, this is beautiful. And even Anthony said, he said, bro, it's not me that want to take pictures, it's you. So how am I gonna see, the thought in my mind was always and has and will continue to be positive. And I can only talk about what I live, because who feels it knows it.
Yeah.
And even in boxing, I came into boxing, people talk. Tunde Ajayi will never talk negative about boxing.
Yeah.
I don't care what has gone on in the past. I ain't got nothing. How can I talk bad about the sport that saved my life?
That's true.
I
Bring me on
can't.
this journey.
And bring me on this journey.
From ups and downs to this positive state here now where you're in, where you
I
guys...
just can't do it.
Can I say that as a common observation? I'm a big football fan.
Yes.
And I've noticed the way you are. It's like you take the deflection sometimes away from the fight, which can be a good thing, because you know what I mean. For someone who's like, so Jose Mourinho used to do it with Chelsea.
Yes.
Then he would take the deflection away from the team.
Yes.
In a way where the team the pressure wasn't on them.
It was on the manager.
It was the manager on the manager. Yeah. And I think that you're doing it in a trainer's point of view, which I think is very clever.
I am a manager. I'm manager as well.
Yeah, rate the man, manager and...
But you know what I'm saying, your manager and trainer, I didn't know that, but I'm saying manager and trainer, but the fact that what you're doing is actually genius, because you're taking the pressure away from the fighter and you're saying, I'm here to be shot down, not the fighter.
But you know what, I've heard that. A lot of people say that to me.
Maybe
but you know the honest truth?
Yeah.
I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
You're doing
it subconsciously, right?
There weren't no game plan. Oh yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna
do this. Then it's gonna put all the pressure on me, bro. I'm from the roads. I keep telling, man. It's just that people don't know me. He knows me. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but this changed my life.
Do you know what? Just before you interject, it's the same thing coming from how I've come into this.
Yes.
There was no plan about me being in interviews talking and deflecting from Dil. It's somewhat deflected from Dil because sometimes he doesn't, and sometimes he doesn't like all the talking. More time when we link people and something's going on, they want to chat. He said, "I'll chat to my bro, man. If he thinks it's awkward, he'll tell me." And he always, like, when we meet people, he just say, "I'll chat to my bro." Like, you know, that kind of thing. I've just done it because, like I said, I've come into the sport. We come into the fighting element. Like he says, man's from this thing out there. And I think, I was talking to someone about it. No, I said I think. Jamaican. Alright, let me say I think, sorry.
That's the road.
Think. A little bit Jamaican road is kind of started kicking in.
Not T-H-I-N-K though. T-I-N-K. Ting.
I got you, brother.
It's fine them off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's coming out a bit. But
It's coming out.
what I'm
But
saying,
I told you, the realness always comes out. That's what I say. When I heard AJ firing Lennox,
Yeah.
I said, brother,
it's, you
that's
know,
the thing.
he's a man.
Because
eventually,
it
a man's
has to-
gonna talk up with his chest.
But this is what I'm trying
As
to say.
much as people say
But
they
you see,
needed to be
so
respecting
that's the sorry to cut you, but that's the whole thing. My thing is never to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Because scientifically,
You'll always get found out.
and
You try to be something.
nobody's the same
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So even like with you're trying to be Mayweather. Firstly, okay, I'm trying to be Mayweather. That's the thing.
It's a great business model.
But if you want to
Who wouldn't want to be Mayweather?
You can emulate
But
what
if you
you're
want to
saying
go
there.
that, but if you want to go down that road, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mind being Mayweather,
Yeah.
but I can't be Mayweather.
You can't be, yeah.
I can only be
Yeah.
Tunde Ajayi,
Yeah.
and that's all I've done.
Sorry, because I know you're a picture fighter, but coming back to where I was saying, like you said, it saved you. Somewhat in myself, where I've come from, what I've been doing, fighting game saved me.
Yes.
Because, I can't go into too much stuff, guys, but
Because it's spelled B-E-C-A, not B-E-C-A.
and I'll give you the English version, because
Urban Dictionary.
because
Check it out in Urban
This
Dictionary.
is my dad coming out. This is what my dad does to me. He just corrects me.
being
all
in
the
the
time.
gym, starting off with wrestling, starting off with jiu-jitsu, going into Muay Thai, and then coming into boxing, and not participating and watching as a big fan, watching my bro being an advocate and pushing him, saying to everyone, he's gonna be a champ. Even when people didn't believe in the journey when we was coming through, I think this has taken me so far off the road and in a position where I am today, where I'm just mega thankful for being just a part of this era of what's going on. Watching my dog here as well come from the same place, cutting through. And there's bare other people coming from the roads and the gyms and seeing what AY is doing, seeing what Dill's doing, and wanting to be a part of that young boys, being in the Peacock. There's so much boys now in Miguel training and wanting to be boxers because of Isaac Chamberlain, because of Dill in Miguel. Over here, people are coming here more because of these guys, Mark Tip, you know that?
All the youngsters are watching and they're getting
Boxing
inspired.
has saved many people in many aspects.
And that's why there's no negatives.
There's no negatives.
And that's why it's one of the greatest loves.
So anyway, listen, so we're moving on right to the next subject right here. Big news right now at the moment right here. KSI, Logan Paul, they're fighting at the Staples Center in Los Angeles on a DAZN Matchroom boxing cards. Okay, I think it's November the 9th. And I remember last year Eddie Hearn was saying that he was laughing at the idea of the suggestion of it. But you know what? Thing about it is, right, I've seen a lot of people saying a lot of negative stuff about the Logan Paul and the KSI thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think if you're bringing a new audience into boxing, a new younger audience, and the more people that come into boxing, why not? It doesn't matter what the thing is, how it's done. What, you know, by whatever it means, as long as you're bringing a new audience into boxing, okay, all right. You know what? The way things are going is there are going to be a lot of white collar boxers going to be moving into boxing and maybe becoming world champions. You know, this is where it's going. I think there's a woman, Rankin. She's a woman. She was a white collar boxer. And now she's a world champion. Thing about it is, I mean. You know,
do you have a name for this person?
Her name's Hannah Rankin. Hannah Rankin. Yeah, she. I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago, and she said to me she started as white collar, and now she's an IBO champion. All I'm just trying to say is the fact of the matter is, I think you're gonna see more of it. And the thing is, for the boxing purists, I know a lot of boxing purists. How do you feel? How do you feel about this? Billy Joel Salisbury on the undercard, who's been boxing all his life. He's like a fully fledged boxer, and he's like a proper boxer. You could say a real boxer. Being on the undercard of a couple of YouTubers who've only had a couple of fights.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Well,
it?
first of all,
I know you don't like to talk about niggas at boxing, but
That's what I was going to say. So we're only going to get a
yeah, you are. Firstly, I think I can talk firsthand. Because we train KSI, the Stamina Facility team, he came here. And I'm telling you up front, he could beat a few professionals that's had a few fights.
But you know,
he can really fight.
Yeah.
You know, and if he was taught by a proper teacher of boxing, he can do very well. So you can't really say that he shouldn't be in the ring. Because I've been to Yulko and seen people fight worse than what KSI is. You understand? And again, you made a great point. You know, it's bringing an audience to boxing. Let me say this. Everybody that's in Yulko at the O2 are not boxing fans when they're watching professional boxing. Some of them just come for a night out. Some of them just come for a drink. But it culminates in a packed arena, and that brings the vibes. You understand what I'm saying? So you have got two young men who have millions of people following them. In fact, when we trained KSI for the Foot Asylum video, I went back onto my state, and the kids in the football pen were saying, "You train KSI." Forget about I trained Anthony of flipping rank number 1-5. They were like, "You train KSI, you train KSI." So these guys have something about them which is obviously attracting millions of people around the world, and to the point now where they can actually top the bill ahead of world championship fighters. So again, that's good for people like Billy and whoever's, I don't know who's on the undercard, but because they're going to be performing in a packed audience. And from what I heard, the last time they fought, the place was jammed from the get-go. From it open, it weren't no, oh yeah, let's all rush to the main event. It was packed from the start, and I think that is going to give a real buzz to the fighters. And Eddie, being Eddie, he's shown that he's versatile. I never said that. I just said that he's versatile. You know, the fact that he's realised that there's something that, you know, he can use to his own benefit and to the fighters' benefit. Let's get it right. Everyone's saying Eddie, but the fighters are benefiting from it as well.
100% they're benefiting, but let me interject here somewhat. These guys, very clever. It's a business move purely for money, purely for the benefit of DAZN, because DAZN are looking for subscribers. This is a brilliant master chess move piece. So they're gonna get people to watch this fight have to subscribe to DAZN.
Yes.
So listen, what we have here now is Logan and KSI has got millions of viewers.
Millions.
They've got to subscribe
80 million subscribers
to DAZN, and it's going to boost their subscription and their numbers, which is masterstroke. Eddie Hearn.
Is that a positive or negative?
No, it's positive for them. That's brilliant.
Yeah. But you are with anything new which comes into this could change the scope of boxing, because what they're saying is we don't care about your boxing experience, we care about your personality and how much fans and followers you got.
Maybe, but
this is what I'm trying to say. This is a very grey area. This is why some people are saying, it's a bit.
It's a grey area for you.
No.
It's clear for me, to be honest.
But how do you think that benefits boxers?
No, it doesn't benefit. You get, watch this. What you got to look at is this. It's good, a business move. It's a good business move. That's what I'm going to look at and say. I'm not going to say anything more from them because they're not professional fighters.
Yeah.
It's a good move. They're going to turn pro to fight on a Matchroom show, on the DAZN card. But what I look at, obviously, this is the positive man, so he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Let's look at the other spectrum. There's guys here, very talented guys, who are not getting the opportunity to fight on the likes of Matchroom or...
And why is that?
Hold on, just give us a second.
Yeah.
My friend, you love interjecting. You must slow down.
I get excited, man. Man. Let me get out. I want to hear the answer, man.
I'm getting
Come on,
so
man.
Listen. So what it is what gets these guys is they built a fan base. They built traction, and traction is what draws people in and sells. If you got a commodity and it's up here, I guess, or it's just, let me give you the best example. They're just like
what's that got to do with boxing?
they're just that big ticket sellers. That's all it is. And these are people. They're doing good numbers. They'll do good numbers in the arena. They'll do good numbers on pay-per-view. When you've got people who can do these kind of numbers, they become stars.
So who's next? What's next? Musicians? But where's it stop?
It's not the same. It's not the same field. You're trying to make a mockery of this thing here.
Well, it is a mockery though, really. When you think
musicians.
Because
they're fighters. They fought before. Yeah. Like he said, he trains the guys. So he trains in a professional atmosphere. But what I'm talking about the guys who are very talented, who are not getting the opportunity because they don't sell tickets.
But you know what? I'll say something in there.
What do they feel like? What do you guys feel like?
I can say it because I'm there. And when I say I'm there, I mean I'm at the top of the sport. You know, that was the top of the sport. Dylan is at the top of the sport. What I say when, like, I'm a good observer. That's my skill. I was born it. I can spot talent and whatever. I believe you reap what you sow. I believe no one is where they are by chance. So sometimes when someone says, "Oh, look at me, I work hard," and I'm not in that position, what you may find is if you go and look at the people who are at that level, the hours they put in, how hard they work.
Or they're taking the opportunity, because sometimes it's opportunity that comes.
Let me just put a different spin on it.
Okay.
There's an old proverb. One man was blessed with 2. One man was blessed with 4. One man was blessed with 1. You multiplied it. Your 2 became 4. Your 4 became 8. We're all different. We're all born at different levels.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can be looking at a man and thinking, right, he don't even work. Like I was saying this to someone over there. He's saying, oh, he don't deserve to be in that position. I'm saying, bro, you don't know what he's been through. You don't know what his parents done to put him in that level. So you can't say he don't supposed to be there. And I've been around these people because growing up in an environment where we all think, oh, we should have, you develop that mindset. You got your cards, work hard with them. Don't blame no one, and don't look on no one like you should have what they have, because you just don't know what their parents, what their generation have gone through. And when I get around these people who are up there, who other people look at and say they don't deserve to be there, brother, they work damn hard. Just like 100%, Dylan worked hard.
100%, but I did not say they don't deserve to be there.
Do you think Dylan don't deserve to be where he is?
No, 100%. This is what I'm saying.
But at the same time,
people don't understand that though.
But this is what I'm saying. That means you're saying what I'm saying.
No, I agree. But all I was saying, I'm saying there's 2 spectrums to this thing.
I don't business about it. Then people say, "Oh, I deserve to." You'll never hear me say.
No, but I didn't say they said they deserve it. This is just a public opinion. People are saying, okay, what's happened to these guys? You know, there are people. I'm giving you the 2 spectrums.
What's your public opinion?
Yeah, we're just talking about the 2 spectrums. These guys have worked hard because they didn't get these fans overnight. They've had to work hard.
Of course.
And garner these fans.
Listen. I'm in a similar position now, yeah? I started off the KSI Paul Logan phenomenon, you can say that. Because what actually happened was, I had a fight in 2017, check the record. Massive fight on YouTube, me and Lewis Bloor, I think it got 500,000 hits. And then KSI's manager, and they came to us for the Joe Weller fight. They came to me. They said, "Who's the management company that put on that fight? The promotion company." It was Spencer Oliver. I put them onto them. All right. I think it's Upload. All right. And I put them onto them, and then Spencer Oliver and Jake Wood actually done the Joe Weller and the KSI fight. Then they done the Paul Logan fight. So you can say that I was actually part of that.
So where's your piece?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. What's my cut, mate? I've had a couple of ringside seat teams.
Bro, where's your piece, bro?
I wouldn't get speared in the fight on the undercard.
But that means you ain't got your business right.
I know. Do you know what it is? I know. I should have put something right in.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Give my 5%. But 10% or whatever. I didn't know how big it was going to be.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say.
But when they came to me,
it's the vision.
Yeah,
that's the vision.
When they came to me, they said to me, you know, put me on. Yeah. That's when I said, all right, here's something right in this, that, and the other. But
because no matter what, you can't see what a man's doing. You only see a man for a few minutes. You don't know what a man's doing behind. It's like I laugh when people say Anthony don't deserve.
Who said that he didn't deserve?
But that's another. But what I'm trying to say is that Anthony Yard, I've never seen no one work harder, and I've said he deserves everything he gets, and I just believe that people who are there, they're there for a reason. Because no matter how much money you got. Money can't make a man get up in the morning. Well, it might do. It might be a source of motivation. But you know you're going to be competing against people who have worked hard.
Who are hungry, have that desire.
Who are hungry. So this guy, and I've been around, you know, I always say everything is energy, frequency and vibration. I've been around KSI. The youth has got some serious energy. You can feel it.
I don't begrudge KSI. I don't begrudge KSI one single thing, because you know what? All I want is my spot on the undercard.
And your piece. No, you want your piece.
My piece. No, all jokes aside. Do you know what? Honestly, right, yeah. That's I said I was just being devil's advocate earlier. I'm actually pro celebrity boxing because actually I started it off.
Yes.
So do you know what I mean? I'm pro. I think anything that brings new people into it and brings money into it and stuff like that. Whether you know, I'm a bit of a tongue in cheek. But at the end of the day, is like the fact of the matter is that it's bringing a new audience in, and the fact that Billy Joe Saunders wants to fight in the undercard shows how he knows how big this is. You're gonna have a world title fight on the undercard. It doesn't matter like how you bring the new people.
But he's gonna get exposed.
Yeah, that's
he's gonna get exposure.
Everyone wins. It's Eddie Hearn that's masterminded that. Said, well, listen, this is gonna be the show. It's gonna be the zone. This is gonna be mega. You can fight on the undercard. So strategy. Obviously, he's moving over to Matchroom, so it's a big demographic of more people because of the KSI Logan that's going to be there, and then obviously now you're going to America to go and fight out there. But Yeah,
but I will say one thing, right? Yeah, this means that that means that you got. Imagine you got a boxer who's been training for 10 years and he hasn't been getting no luck and he hasn't got no exposure. That means that they've got to step their game up. Maybe they've got to start doing YouTube and all with it. How do they keep up?
No,
if that's the way it's going.
We're in an era where it's more of a popularity contest in terms of traction.
You got to be a full package.
It's not
now.
always the best guy with the best skills.
No,
you got there's lots of
whole lot.
It's a package of what you need to do. Yeah. But listen, we want to move forward because obviously we've been on this for quite a while.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about is Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallin for the Mayan title. What's your guys' thoughts on that fight? Do you believe it's cherry picking, as some have said? Do you think Otto Wallin is worthy of being in the ring with Tyson Fury? And I'd like to get Tunde's thoughts.
Well, how many fights does Otto Wallin have?
Maybe 16, 18. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. I know he's undefeated. I get the idea why they're fighting him because he's tall. He's about 6'7", and obviously they're trying to work with guys who are tall for the Wilder fight and maybe get the range. The guy he fought before, his name is slipped me for this second. I don't know. Obviously, they used him for the same purpose, but he got stopped in 2 rounds. That gentleman definitely shouldn't have been in the ring. He didn't put up that much resistance. Yes. But what's your thought? I heard was it a former Olympian, that Otto Wallin or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, I definitely heard something like that. But I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it's Tyson Fury's time. You know, he's undefeated. He's a great boxer. He proved it. He's got a granite chin. He's done everything.
Big fan of Tyson Fury.
You know, signed. You know, he got up, defeated all the odds, and you know, listen. If you're the best, I've said this so many times prior to the Kovalev fight. If you're the best, you're the best. Everybody's gonna look second to you. Everybody's gonna look rubbish. Tyson Fury has got the skills. So I just feel that most people that he goes in the ring with, to the outside world, they're not gonna look worthy. But Tyson ain't listening to that. Tyson's running up and down mountains. He's putting in the work. He's doing what you need to do to have that status in the sport of boxing.
And anybody can achieve a status. It's maintaining it.
It's maintaining it. So he ain't thinking what some people might thinking that this is just some easy fight. No, and his trainer won't even allow that. From what I've seen of Ben Davison, very, they're professionals, and I think that the Mayan title is a title that I think Canelo fought for one time, another fighter. So it's not as though
it was Canelo and Jacobs that fought for the Mayan title.
Yeah, for the Mayan title.
Do you think that's a gimme from Maurizio Sulaiman just to keep him sweet because he knows he got robbed in Vegas?
Who got robbed?
Tyson
Wilder. Why was it robbed?
Because he got robbed on the
consensus was that a lot of people believe Tyson Fury won that fight and they gave it a draw.
No, but he never won.
The records will state that, but I believe he won that fight.
But then there's Deontay Wilder. People thinking that Deontay Wilder won the fight.
But everyone knows that's why it's a sport of boxing.
But this is what I'm trying to say. It's life. It ain't boxing. It's life. And this is always my thing. The only way to prove it is get the job done. The way you can look at it, from Tyson's side. He boxed his head off for whatever rounds. But then Wilder got 2 knockdowns in 2 different rounds. That's 4 points. So you see what I'm saying? So there's a balance there. So at the end of the day,
do you honestly think that Tyson Fury lost?
No. He didn't lose, but then he didn't win. Deontay Wilder didn't win, and he didn't lose. That's why it was a draw. A draw is a. This thing ain't complicated. These 2 men have worked hard to get with it, and at the end of the day, the decision was fair. And that's
for money.
No, man.
For favoritism.
I don't think like this. I'm just saying. Well, I think that now they have
a conspiracy theorist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can talk about this.
That's fair enough. But now the only way that's going to be resolved.
He didn't win.
Exactly.
He didn't lose, so that's in the middle.
So now they've got an opportunity to do it again.
But he's fighting America again. Who's to say it ain't gonna happen again?
So hold on. Kell Brook went to America. He won.
Yeah, but
this is what I'm trying to say.
Puss and Dog don't have the same luck, man.
No. But what I'm trying to say is that people put this thing in their mind because Tyson Fury went to Germany and won. So what about that? That's what I'm trying to say.
But the WBC,
So didn't Vladimir Klitschko have the WBC?
No, it was the older one had the WBC. Yeah. It was
Vitaly. Yeah, Vitaly.
If it was the WBC, maybe he might got robbed.
Listen, I don't. Again, you said it yourself.
WBC are a bit corrupt. They're a bit dodgy. I'm not gonna.
How you know that? You don't know them. How you know that? Bro, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. Bro.
Listen,
Look at the way they froze that Dylan. Look at the way they froze that Dylan. Come on.
We're going to have to wrap this up because we've come to the end of another Double D podcast. We're going to have to get this man on again,
bro,
because he's got the, you understand? He knows the thing.
Dream
positivity.
Believe it, become it. Keep positive.
Yes.
Think positive.
That's right.
And it will be positive.
The Double D podcast.
And if he's saying the WBC ain't robbers, that is positive.
I don't know.
Sign out, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the WBC. Share, link, and subscribe to the Double D podcast. Thank you, Tunde Ajayi.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
And till next time.
Good big.
Boom.